back with Rocket Right. I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes here with Dr. Kay Solar. And Kay has become quite an artist. And so we have been exploring different options for artists in Louisiana. And Kay has taken quite a few classes, but she recently met George and Maria Harris, and they have Mid-City Artisans. And it's a studio where people come together and can just enjoy sharing art and maybe taking a few classes. And we want to learn more about that.
Too.
And buying art.
Right, yes.
Sharing and buying.
Right.
Yes.
Buying and selling.
Artists always
if you're
love
an
that.
artist, this would be your place if you're an artist. And we're really excited that you could be here. And we are thankful for our sponsors, Whitetail Properties and Advantage Health Solutions of Baton Rouge, for making it possible for you to come.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You know, first of all, the name is Mid-City Artisans. Tell folks where y'all are located.
We are located in Mid-City, Baton Rouge, on Government in the Square 46 building.
Which is right next to where people would have recognized
Yes,
White Star
White Star
Market.
Market.
So,
Yeah.
and so I know you're both artists, and I want to hear a little bit about your backgrounds
Yes.
and why you thought you should open this shop, and well, lots of purposes for the store. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, well, for me, I've been doing woodwork and doing woodwork off and on my whole life. I had 5 daughters and working, so for a good while I didn't get to do as much as I did. The last few years I really got a chance to get into it. I do a lot of repurposing, using repurposed wood, repurposed items. Like I've done some desks and some tables made with old card catalogs, old metal card catalogs, and a number of different things, and do live edge tables and desks and so forth. So that's what I've been doing in
So
terms
wood
of
is more your
woodworking.
medium.
Correct.
Yeah.
And like I said, and repurposing things. So some items may not be that.
Yeah, and how about you, Maria?
I had a very talented mother. She painted, she knitted, she crocheted, she played music. So I always had a love of the arts. I was a retail manager for 10 years, and then I was an educator for 15. So I love art. I like creating things with my hands. So now I've done silk florals mainly in the recent past, and now I do all the finishing on George's woodwork.
So, that's nice, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a partner in that.
It is. It's
It is
great.
nice.
It might be hard to sell those things after you finish. You put so much time and effort into it, and it's just
Yes.
takes on a life of its own.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about the other artists that you're showcasing and how you decided to develop your passion into a place where people could come buy and sell art and some other things.
Well, our passion is to help artisans and to help promote the arts. So we just, I love the Mid-City area. I grew up in Mid-City and live there now. And we just wanted to really promote the arts. And to do that, you offer a good working relationship with many artisans. We currently have 96 in the store.
Wow,
Isn't
that's
that crazy?
a lot.
That
growing.
That tells
Yes.
you, and they're all different styles of
Yes.
art.
When we
Right.
first thought of the concept, we thought, well, maybe we might have 20,
30.
25,
Yeah.
and they just kept coming into our door. So many talented people.
And you've recently opened those doors. Like,
Yes.
tell us when you
Yeah.
open it. It's pretty fresh.
Yeah, we opened April 27th and had our grand opening that weekend, and just did really good. We're really excited about the things that are going on in the store, and the fact that we're able to pick up new artists really every week. We have new artists comes in, usually at several times. We were at 60 at the opening, at the grand opening, and that was at the beginning of this month, and we're now up to 96.
And do
So-
most of the artists that have art in your store, are they from the Baton Rouge and surrounding areas?
Baton Rouge and
mostly?
surrounding areas. We have some artists from the I'll just call it the Alexandria area. We've got some from Slidell, Lafayette, New Orleans.
But the majority
but the
are from
majority
Baton
are Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge
It's
area.
amazing how many talented artistic people we do have in this area. So you can go in, you can shop a vast variety of artwork from these artists all in one place instead of like going to a market where you're hopping to different booths and they're not even available all that time. So you're available
We're open
most
6 days a
days.
week.
Talk about it. Yeah.
We're open 6 days a week. We're closed on Mondays, but we are open from 10 o'clock till either 6, 7, or 8, depending on the day during the week. We're open from 9 to 4 on Saturday, and then on Sunday from 12 to 5.
So let's talk about, because you're open, you have long hours, and then on top of that, you're doing a bunch of events.
Right.
Talk about these events
So
coming up.
we have we've got several different events that we are working on. 2 of them that we have every week. We have what we call a Meet the Artisans event, where we have an opportunity to introduce the public to 2 specific artisans. So for the artisans, they're coming in once a year because we have so many people.
Right.
But you have an opportunity as a customer to come in and meet them, talk to them. Sometimes they'll do demonstrations. Sometimes they'll be available to take custom orders. So you'll have that opportunity with it. And that's a weekly thing. We do those on Thursday night and then Saturday. You can check our website for which times they are, because we kind of flex it, the times, so
Right.
different people have different opportunities
Sure,
to come.
and so it'll tell which
Right.
artists you would be meeting if you wanted to show up and
Correct.
such on your website.
This Saturday, George Harris will be on hand.
George Harris will be on hand. Well,
Yes.
you
You
can
that's
meet
some pretty
George
fun
Harris
stuff I
himself.
saw in
Right.
there.
I will be the
Some of the
artisan.
furniture, but I'm telling you, those trays that could be like my cheese boards to go with
Yep.
the wine
Yeah.
would be perfect.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have to snag me one of those.
Okay.
They're really great. But I'm really excited about the Kids Makers Mart
Right.
that you were telling me that's coming up here in June. Talk
June-
about that.
June 12th, we have our kids. It's going to be a quarterly kids makers market, and that will feature kids both that make things. Simply put, that make things, mostly in the art area, but there'll be all sorts of different items. We're partnering also with Baton Rouge Music Studios. They're providing kids that do the music. Some of them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
gonna
We
be
love
great.
them. We love
And
them.
some of them played for our grand opening, and
they
were
were
very
awesome.
good.
They are
very,
amazing.
very good. And we're looking for some kid chefs. So if anybody is interested or have kids that are talented right now that make things, have them go to our website, mid-cityartisans.com, and they can register. It's only $5. They can register, bring a table, set up, sell
And do their
and
thing.
do their
And
thing.
and
what are
that's
the
on
ages?
Saturday,
That's
June
from
12th.
6 to 17.
6 to 17 years
And
old.
what is the hours that day that
That's
the
going to
market
be
will
10
be
to
going?
2
10 to 2.
on June 12th.
Yeah, that's
And so we're
exciting.
super excited about
Yeah.
Very
that.
excited
And
about
For
that.
the
for
response
sure.
is really good.
Yeah,
I think we're
and
up to at least 10
12.
so far, 10, 12
I mean, that's
signed
pretty
up.
good. So we can get the word out, get
we
those
just
talented
posted
kids
it last
calling them.
week, I believe.
Yes.
well, talk about the classes, because you have, speaking of kids, you have some kids camps, but you also have some adult classes that Betsy and I can participate in. So
Yes.
talk
I
about
recently
that.
enjoyed a class with Kay. It was very fun.
Yeah. Well, good. So we have a number of classes. We actually do have some kids classes. We have a kids art camp. We've got one week is cartooning, another week is acrylic painting, another one is watercoloring. We also have in the adult classes, or as we call them on the site now, general classes, meaning that they're usually from either adults only or from 14 and up. We have a hand building pottery class. We have a oil painting class. We have a
Beginners painting.
photography, beginners painting class, and several other ones. We've just added a mixed media class.
Right.
Check our website
I
out
loved
for
mixed
that.
mixed media class.
Right.
But Yeah, you go to the website. You can see the calendar of when the classes are offered and sign up on the website. Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. So
there's a
And we
good
can share
variety
your
of this.
information also on our Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
so we
great.
want people to see what you've got going on, and then you might fill up, but hold a little space for me and Kay.
Okay.
Betsy always likes to get in at the last minute. I'm just saying.
I am at the last minute.
Last
Make
minute,
plans.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
hold a spot for you.
And we don't have much time. We only have a minute. Do you want to mention something about the poetry slam? That
Yes.
kind of like jumped out at me. What's
Right.
that?
So we are working. One of our artists is besides doing painting, he's also a musician and he's also a poet. He's got a couple of books that he's published, and we've got them in the store. But we're putting together a poetry slam. I don't have a date on it yet, where a lot of people will be able to come in and read their poetry. He might even throw in a few licks of music
Might
in there in the middle
Play
of
a
it
little
at a time.
bit for us.
Well, that
So
sounds
that's gonna be
amazing. So the
exciting. And we've got
best thing,
a lot of other ones planned too.
The best thing to do, since they're just starting to rock and roll,
Right.
is watch that website. Go check that website for
Definitely.
classes, events, all kinds of cool stuff. And if you haven't been there yet, go shop and support some local artists.
Right.
Yes.
Everything is local, handmade. We don't have anything in the store that is not.
Well, and say hi to George and Maria Harris when you're there.
We'll be right back with Rocket Right, Hurricane Betsy, and Dr. K. Solar.